I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
Race 3 on the card. The opening leg of the place accumulator goes at 12:40. It's the D&K Plumbing and Aluminium Gutters Juvenile Plate over 1,600 metres. The early scratching from the race is number 2, Fire Flare, so that has been scratched. No other changes at this early stage of recording. A reminder that we record for this Sunday race meeting on the Saturday morning prior. Another tough race, but the favourite here is number 12, Rabbadash. It was a good win over Strawberry Stinger on the 27th of May. And again, the big concern has to be that number 12, Rabbadash, the 5-2 favourite in the race, is drawn out deep in gate number 12. And Richard Fourie is going to have a bit of luck to get number 12, Rabbadash, home. 5-2, I think, is a little on the skinny side because there's no shortage of opposition. Number 1, Professor Lupin, interesting runner for me. Drawn in gate 1, drawn in pole position. Last time out was a little disappointing on the poly track, but reverts to the turf track here. Vaughan Marshall's only runner on the day. And Sean Veal has elected, I would assume elected, to get off number 3, Trasova, to ride number 1, Professor Lupin. And I think Trasova has got a huge chance as well. More about him in a moment. So I think number 1, Professor Lupin from the inside gate and back on the turf, and Vaughan Marshall's only runner for the day, is a huge runner given that Rapidash is drawn out deep at gate number 12. Professor Lupin at the moment is at 7-1. Also at 7-1 and very easy to back, and I'm surprised about that because he really impressed me when winning in his second start, and it was over 1,400 metres at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. So he has experience of the course, which is a big plus factor for these 2-year-olds when racing at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And I'm referring, of course, to Peter Muscat's runner number 3, Trasova. As I mentioned, Sean Veal rode him to his victory last time out and now rides Professor Lupin. But Cabello Mazzaniani, the Hollywoodbets Durbanville winning jockey, gets a ride aboard the 2-year-old son of Oratorio. And from what is now effectively gate 2 with the scratching of number 2, Fire Flare, Trasova's got to be a huge runner. And Peter Muscat holds a very strong hand in the race with all of numbers 3, 7, 11 and 13. I do believe that Trasova might end up being the stable elect. Number 4, Josephine's Pride for Paul Lafferty, as at 5-1. Ran a very good second on debut behind Purple Ninja Turtle. Now, that was the race where Professor Lupin ran 5th, just a length behind him. That was on the poly track. Josephine's Pride first start at Hollywoodbets Greyville, first start on the turf track, but the debut was encouraging. So Josephine's Pride is priced up at 5-1, has certainly got a huge chance, and there shouldn't be too much to choose between Professor Lupin and Josephine's Pride, although I think Professor Lupin might improve a little here. Peter Muscat's other runner, number 7, Down by the River, Calvin Habib, gets a ride last time, narrowly beaten by Green with Envy. I think this might be a little stronger than that race, but the 2-year-old Chestnut gelding by Fire Away is certainly heading in the right direction. 12, Rapidash, we've mentored by the sensational Denon Platina, won second time up and first time in KwaZulu-Natal after a 4th-placed debut at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on the 19th of April. Certainly got plenty of scope for more improvement, and if he was drawn a bit better, I would certainly give him a solid chance, but you've got to be a little bit nervous about the gate. And then Peter Muscat's other runner, 13, Accept Temptation, nice form, but he's drawn even worse. So I'm going to go with number 1, Professor Lupin, to hold out number 3, Trasova, make it between those two for the winning berth. But of course, numbers 4, 7 and 12 have got to be considered for bipot and place accumulator permutations.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.